everyone. Today we are going to start our third topic, trigonometric functions. In 11th class, we have studied 4 topics about this trigonometry, and after that, now in 12th class, we will continue with trigonometric equations and their solutions. In this first section of this topic, we will learn equation, their solution. There are 2 types of solutions. One is principal solution, second is general solution. And the second section of this topic, it includes solution of a triangle. And in this solution of triangles, there are different subarticles. One is polar coordinates, relation between polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates. We have learned a lot about this Cartesian coordinate, but now we will learn these polar coordinates and the relation between polar and Cartesian coordinates. The third part will be solving a triangle. Means whenever some sides or angles are given of triangle, and if you want to find the remaining side or angle, then those questions are in this solving a triangle. Next one is sine rule, cosine rule, projection rule. These 3 rules are very much important in applications of this sine cosine rule in integral calculus. These are very much important in integral calculus. So those 3 rules we will study in our section 2nd. Now this third part of this topic, it includes inverse trigonometric function. In first part we will study inverse trigonometric equations or trigonometric functions, and in last part we will study inverse trigonometric functions and their properties and the main principal values of inverse trigonometric functions. Here is principal solution of trigonometric equation, means trigonometric function, and here is principal solution of inverse trigonometric function. So there are 2 principal solutions: principal solution of trigonometric function and principal solution of inverse trigonometric function. Okay, so these are our objectives of this third topic, trigonometric functions. Let us start with this first subarticle, that is trigonometric equations and their solutions. In this lecture, we will study only trigonometric equation, their solution, and the principal solution of trigonometric equation. Let us start with trigonometric equations. Already we have done algebraic equation. What is meant by algebraic equation? It's an equation in variables x, y, z, etc. For example, x square plus 2x plus y equal to 0, or x square plus y square equal to 0, or ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. These are some examples of algebraic equation or linear equation x plus y plus z equal to 0. So these are some algebraic equations that we have learned up to 11th class. Now in this class we will study the trigonometric equation. So what will be the difference between algebraic and trigonometric equation? Obviously here the variables are our letters x, y, z. In this equation, trigonometric equations, variables will be the angles of trigonometric function. For example, if you write here sin theta is equal to 0, then theta is variable and this equation is trigonometric equation. Another example, you can take sin x equal to half, or tan alpha is equal to root 3. These are some examples of trigonometric equation. Let us take another one. Cos y is equal to root 3 upon 2. So these are some examples of trigonometric equations. So it is not new. It's like algebraic equation. The only difference that there is angle which is variable angle and the trigonometric function is given there. So this is the trigonometric equation. Then what about their solutions? The next step, solution of trigonometric equation. Let us move towards Our second point, that is solution of trigonometric equation. So what is meant by solution of trigonometric equation? Obviously it is the value of variable in trigonometric equation which satisfies it. Is called as trigonometric, is called as solution of trigonometric equation. Solution of trigonometric equation. It's very simple. It is like the solution of Cartesian equation. Let us see some examples of solutions of trigonometric equation. Already we have taken some examples of trigonometric equation. Let us take once again. If possible, suppose sin theta is equal to half. It is very much simple. If sin theta is equal to half, then we know the angle whose sine ratio is half. Obviously, if theta is equal to 30, then we know that sin 30 degree is equal to half. So this theta is equal to 30 degree. Means by our previous knowledge or by observation, we can easily tell here the solution of this trigonometric equation. But is it true that this theta equal to 30 degree is the only solution of this trigonometric equation? No, this is not. This equation has not the unique solution, because all trigonometric functions are periodic functions. We have learned this concept in 11th class. Let us see one figure of or graph of sine function that we have drawn in 11th class. I will just draw a rough sketch of sine theta. Sine theta passes through origin, and it is like this. Is it okay? So if theta equal to 30 degree, then its value is half. If this theta is 90, then its value is 1. In the same way, if theta is 150, then at this stage sin theta is half again. 150 means this is pi by 2, this is pi by 6, and this is 5 pi by 6. 150 means 5 pi by 6 radian. So when theta is equal to 30 degree or pi by 6 radian, then sin 30 equal to half. Also, if theta is equal to 5 pi by 6, if theta is equal to 5 pi by 6, then sin theta is also equal to half. So there are number of angles having the same value half. So at these angles, here also this angle, this angle. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in this way we can find the number of solutions for this single trigonometric equation sin theta equal to half. In this way, if you take example of cosine trigonometric ratio cosine, then also we get the similar number of solutions for that trigonometric equation. So can we conclude here the solution of trigonometric equations means every trigonometric equation has infinite number of solutions. Okay, this is very much important to remember that every trigonometric equation has infinite number of solutions. So now the question arises, can we find all those trigonometric ratios? No, it is not possible because they are infinite. We can't write all solutions, but we can find or we can represent all those solutions in the form of formula, and that formula is nothing but the general solution of this trigonometric equation. So what about that principal? Principal means it's a trigonometric equation. Here is angle 0, here is pi, here is 2 pi. In the interval 0, pi, 2 pi, up to this, if you see this part or this interval, then in this interval, this trigonometric function sin theta completes one cycle, means one oscillation. This is to the upside, then downside, and then again at this normal situation. So this is the one oscillation or one cycle of sine ratio. So if a trigonometric equation function completes one cycle, then during that cycle, which solutions are there? We have here pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. These two values which satisfy this equation. So the values are the solutions which are from 0 but less than 2 pi. Means if theta is greater than or equal to 0 degree but less than 2 pi. If this angle belongs to this interval, close interval 0 and open 2 pi, because at a time 0 and 2 pi they are not equal, it is different. So theta is, I will write here radians instead of degrees because I have taken 2 pi. So if this theta is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi, then this theta or the value of theta is called as the principal value of this trigonometric function or trigonometric equation. So if this theta satisfies this condition, then it is called as the principal solution. So there may be one principal solution or two principal solutions for that trigonometric equation. So let us find the principal solutions of some trigonometric functions. So for principal value, theta, it is less than 2 pi but it is greater than 0. Remember that. Let us see one example. Once again, I will take example of cos theta is equal to half. Instead of sin theta, I am taking here cos theta. If cos theta equal to half, then how to find the principal solution of this trigonometric equation? For that, here cos theta equal to half, it is given, but we know that by observation we can easily tell here one principal solution of this trigonometric equation. We know that cos of 60 degree, it is equal to half. Cos 60 means cos of pi by 3 is equal to half. Also, as this pi by 3, it is greater than 0, this pi by 3 is greater than or equal to 0, and it is less than 2 pi. As this angle belongs to this or satisfies this condition, therefore pi by 3 is one of the principal solutions of cos theta equal to half. Okay. Now let us move towards second solution, whether there is second solution or not. Also, we know that this cos theta, it is given positive. So you know that every trigonometric ratio is positive in at least means 2 quadrants. Here cos theta is positive in first quadrant and last fourth quadrant, because we know that all students take coffee. Okay, all means all trigonometric ratios are positive here. S means sine and cosec are positive here. Take for T for take, T for tan, tangent and cotangent are positive here. Coffee means cos and sec. These ratios are positive here. So here sine, cosec, tan, cot and cos sec are positive, and here all are positive. In this question, trigonometric function cosine is given. So cosine is positive in first and fourth quadrant. So for fourth quadrant, we can write 2 pi minus. Fourth quadrant means 2 pi minus. So let us write the trigonometric formula. That also we know that cos of 2 pi minus theta is equal to cos theta. So we can write cos 60 or cos of 2 pi minus 60 is equal to cos 60, and it is equal to cos 60 is given half. So cos of 2 pi minus 60 means once again I will write here cos of 2 pi minus pi by 3, that is equal to half. Therefore cos of 2 pi minus pi by 3, it is nothing but 3 to 6 minus 1, that is 5. So 5 pi by 6 is equal to half. So again we get, instead of cos pi by 3 equal to half, we get cos of 5 pi by 6 equal to half. Let us check only whether this 5 pi by 6 is satisfy that condition or not. Obviously we have taken that in fourth quadrant, so it is less than 2 pi. Here this 5 pi by 6, it is less than 2 pi and greater than or equal to 0. Therefore 5 pi by 6 is another principal solution. Therefore the principal solution of this equation are therefore principal solutions are, one is pi by 6, other is 5 pi by 6. It's a set of two values. So principal solution is a set that is of pi by 6 and 5 by 6. So remember this method. What to do? First, by observation or by knowing the particular values of this angle for these trigonometric equations, we can easily write one principal solution. Just you have to use this method and find the second angle which satisfies this condition, and that will be another principal solution. Let us take another example. Example number 2. These examples are very much easy, and they may ask in board exams for 2 marks, or for objective questions they may be asked. Let us take another example. Cosec theta is equal to root 2. Okay. Here we are taking cosec theta equal to root 2. Can we convert this cosec into sine? Obviously, it's very much easy. Inverse of cosec is sine, and inverse of this root 2 is 1 upon root 2. So we can write, if cosec theta equal to root 2, then it implies sin theta is equal to 1 upon root 2. Now we know better value of this theta, so that sin theta is equal to 1 upon root 2. Since sin 45 means that is sin pi by 4 is equal to 1 upon root 2. This is known for us, so this is one of the solution. and 0 is less than or equal to pi by 4, it is less than 2 pi, therefore pi by 4 is a principal solution of trigonometric equation 1. This is very simple to find the first principal solution. Let us move towards the second principal solution. What to do here? Sine function is given positive. Now we have to decide where sine function is positive. Sine function is positive in first and it is positive in second quadrant. So convert this angle into second quadrant. We know that sine function is positive in second quadrant, therefore sine of in second quadrant what we can take? We can take pi by 2 plus or pi minus. Let us take pi minus. So sine of pi minus theta is equal to sine theta, because this is full angle pi, so no change in trigonometric function, it is sine, and pi minus theta, so we get here sine theta. Therefore sine of pi minus pi by 4 is equal to sine pi by 4. But sine pi by 4 is already we know it is equal to 1 upon root 2. So we get here another trigonometric ratio sine having angle this much is 4 minus 1, that is 3 pi by 4, and is equal to 1 upon root 2. So sine 3 pi by 4 is equal to 1 upon root 2. So this is second angle which satisfies the same equation. This is similar to this. Instead of theta, the angle is taken only 3 pi by 4. So left hand side ratio is sine, and to the right the number is same, that is 1 upon root 2. So this is the value of theta which satisfies this given equation. So this, let us check whether this is between 0 and 2 pi. Obviously, as this 3 pi by 4, it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. When we will reach up to 2 pi, then this denominator is double than this, but it is less than denominator, so it is less than 2 pi. So less than 2 pi, therefore 3 pi by 4 is another principal solution. Therefore we have two principal solutions. Therefore principal solution is equal to 1. First principal solution is pi by 4, second is 3 pi by 4. Pi by 4 and 3 pi by 4. Okay, I think we need one more example. Let us move towards third example. In the same way, we can find the solution of that example also. Let us see third one. That is cot theta is equal to root 3. This figure is very much important in this type of example. So remember this chart of that positive trigonometric ratios. Cot theta equal to root 3. Since cot theta equal to root 3, we can convert this cot into tan, because all trigonometric ratios, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. We can convert remaining or last 3 ratios into first 3 ratios, because cosec can be converted into sine, cot can be converted into tan, and sec can be converted into cos. So this sine, cos and tan, these are sufficient to find the solution. So convert this cot into tan. Therefore tan theta is equal to 1 upon root 3. We know very well for this angle, for which angle this tan is 1 upon root 3. As we know that as tan pi by 6 it is equal to 1 upon root 3. Therefore pi by 6 also pi by 6 satisfies that condition of principal solution, that is it is greater than or equal to 0 and it is less than 2 pi. Therefore pi by 6 is a principal solution. This is first principal solution. Let us find second. Also, we know that, what do we know that? What to check? We have to find the quadrant in which this tangent trigonometric function is positive. So tangent is positive in first quadrant and in third quadrant. So in third quadrant this tan is positive. So third quadrant means this has angle 0 or 2 pi. This is angle pi by 2. This is angle pi and this much is 3 pi. Now this is pi plus, and this for second quadrant it is pi minus. It is pi plus. Here it is pi by 2 plus, and if in first quadrant it is pi by 2 minus. In this fourth quadrant it is 3 pi by 2 plus, in the fourth quadrant it is plus, in third quadrant it is 3 pi by 2 minus. Also with respect to this 2 pi we can write this as 2 pi minus, that is fourth quadrant. Here this tan is positive in third quadrant, so we can take pi plus, we can use formula, you know that tan of pi plus theta it is equal to tan theta. As we have taken full angle, no change in trigonometric function, and in pi plus theta means it is in third quadrant. In third quadrant tan is positive, so we get tan theta. So just put our theta there so that we get here tan of pi plus theta. Theta is our pi by 6. So pi plus pi by 6 is equal to tan theta, that is tan pi by 6. We have used value of theta, that is equal to pi by 6. Therefore, what is pi plus pi by 6? It is 6 pi plus pi, that is 7 pi. So we get here tan of 7 pi by 6 and it is equal to tan pi by 6 is already known, that is 1 upon root 3. So this is another angle which satisfies this equation. So again we will write here, here also, or here is 7 pi by 6, it is less than 2 pi and greater than or equal to 0. Therefore 7 pi by 6 is another principal value or principal solution. Therefore the principal solutions are, which are principal solutions? One is pi by 6, this pi by 6 and this 7 pi by 6. So pi by 6 and 7 pi by 6. These are two principal values of this trigonometric equation cot theta equal to root 3. Okay. Let us solve one more. Root 3 cosec theta plus 2. Example number 4. Root 3 cosec theta plus 2 equal to 0. This is somehow different, but it is very much similar with that in these previous examples. Let us use the same method to solve this equation. Here, just write first the value of cosec theta from this equation. Here, cosec theta is equal to minus 2 upon root 3. So first we have written this equation in our particular form of trigonometric equation, simple trigonometric equation, that is cosec theta equal to minus 2. But no need to solve this equation because we can easily convert this cosec into sine. So we can write from this equation that sine theta is equal to minus root 3 upon. Now this becomes simple because we know the angle for which the value of sine ratio is root 3 by 2. It is given negative, still we can correct it. So first what we will do, we will find for which angles this sine theta is negative. In this 4 out of 4 quadrants, where sine theta is negative, here sine theta is positive, here sine theta is positive, sine theta is negative in 3rd quadrant and it is negative in 4th quadrant. So we can use these 2 quadrants to write this sine theta which has negative values. So here we write as sin theta is negative in 3rd and 4th quadrant. Therefore, sin of in 3rd quadrant, which angle is there? For 3rd quadrant we take pi plus, or we can take 3 pi by 2 minus also, but we will take here pi for getting answer in terms of sin only. So sin of pi plus theta is equal to negative of sin theta, because sin theta is negative in 3rd. This pi plus theta means we are in 3rd quadrant. In this 3rd quadrant, this sin is negative, so answer will be minus of sin theta. So we get here sin of pi plus theta. Theta is, you know, for which value of theta we get root 3 by 2. You know that for sin pi by 3 it is equal to root 3 by 2. Sin pi by 3 is equal to root 3 by 2. So we can write here minus of sin pi by 3. So that we get minus root 3. So sin pi plus pi by 3, that is equal to minus of sin pi by 3. If we put theta equal to pi by 3, then we get that is equal to minus root 3. So sin of this minus sin pi by 3 is minus root 3 upon 2, and this will give us sin of pi plus means 3 pi plus pi, that is 4 pi. 4 pi by 3. Sin of 4 pi by 3 is equal to minus root 3 upon 2. So we get the same number here to the right, and to the left we get angle as 4 pi by 3, which is in 3rd quadrant. And also here, since this 4 pi by 3, it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. Therefore, 4 pi by 3 is a principal solution. Is it clear now? Because we have solved 4 examples of the same type. What we have done here, let us see this half part first. Given root 3 cosec theta plus 2 equal to 0, from that cosec theta equal to minus 2 by root 3, sin theta is equal to minus root 3 by 2, that we have converted cosec into sin. Then here this trigonometric ratio is negative. That's why we have found in which quadrant sin function is negative. Sin is negative in this 3rd and 4th. So we have chosen first 3rd quadrant. 3rd quadrant is pi plus theta. So write this, instead of sin theta, write sin of pi plus theta, that is equal to minus sin theta. This is our formula that we have to remember also. So all these such formulas we have studied in 11th class in 4th topic of trigonometry. So here put theta equal to pi by 3, we get this the same value again, which we have here to the right, and to the left we get angle 4 pi by 3, that will be the principal solution or principal angle. Let us find out second principal solution. For that second principal solution, what we will do? We will use formula for sin function, so that we get negative sin theta, and it will be in 4th quadrant, because sin theta is negative in 4th quadrant. Also we know that this must be know that sin of this for 4th quadrant you can use 2 pi. Sine of 2 pi minus theta, it is equal to minus sine theta. Because sine theta is negative in fourth quadrant, and for fourth quadrant can be written as 2 pi minus theta. So as theta is this, acute angle which is greater than 90. So sine 2 pi minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So put again that theta here, for which we get root 3 by 2. For pi by 3 we get root 3 by 2. So put here theta as a pi by 3. Pi by 3. So we get here sine of 2 pi minus pi by 3 is equal to minus sine pi by 3. This is our another important formula. These formulas are important here. To find the principal solutions, we need such formulas for getting positive or negative, that's trigonometric ratio. Here we have this, therefore sine of 2 pi minus pi by 3, it is 3 into 2, 6 pi minus pi, that is 5 pi. So 5 pi by 3 is equal to minus sine pi by 3 means minus root 3 upon 2. So this is our given equation. In terms of cosec, we have converted into sine, and we get similar equation here. Only the difference is that instead of theta, we have now 5 pi by 3. Therefore, 5 pi by 3. Also, whether that satisfies that condition for principal solution, that is here, or as 5 pi by 3, it is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. Therefore, 5 pi by 3 is another principal solution. Therefore, here we have two principal solutions. So, principal solutions are, one is 4 pi by 3 and another is 5 pi by 3. Both are greater than 0 but less than 2 pi. So these are two principal solutions of this given trigonometric equation. So I think this type is very much simple to find the solution of principal solution of trigonometric equation. Okay, you solve the remaining examples so that we will move towards the next article, that is the general solution of trigonometric equation. Okay, we have in this article we have found just two solutions which are principal solutions. In next article we will find all the solutions of the same trigonometric equation. Okay.